When you live long enough, silence becomes louder than noise. I didn't always understand that. When I was a little girl, silence meant something was wrong. It meant someone was angry, or someone had left the room, or something had ended. Now, at 102 years old, silence is my closest companion. This morning, I poured 2 cups of tea. I do that sometimes. I don't realize it at first. My hands just move out of habit. 1 cup for me and 1 cup for someone who isn't here anymore. My husband, Thomas, used to sit across from me at this same wooden table. He would complain the tea was too hot, then drink it anyway. He always drank it anyway. He's been gone for 31 years. 31. It sounds like a long time, but when I close my eyes, it feels like yesterday. That's the strange thing about living this long. Time doesn't move the way people think it does. The past doesn't stay in the past. It sits beside you. It breathes with you. And sometimes, it breaks your heart all over again. I watched my friends die one by one. Margaret was the first. She was 68. We thought she was old. We laughed about it. We said, "Margaret, you're ancient." She laughed too. Then one winter morning, her daughter called me. Margaret was gone. Just like that. No warning. No goodbye. I remember standing in my kitchen, holding the phone, staring at the wall. I kept waiting for the world to react, for something to shake, for something to stop. But nothing did. The clock kept ticking. The birds kept singing. The world didn't care. That was the first time I realized something nobody tells you. The world doesn't stop when your heart breaks. It keeps moving, and you have to decide if you'll move with it or stay behind. More friends followed. Daniel, Rose, Henry. Each time it hurt differently. Each time it hurt the same. And each time I became a little more alone. Loneliness is not what people think it is. It's not just being alone in a room. It's realizing there's no one left who remembers you young. No one left who remembers your laughter before it became quiet. No one left who remembers who you were before life changed you. That's the loneliness nobody prepares you for. One afternoon, when I was 89, I sat on my porch and watched the sunset. I remember thinking, how many sunsets do I have left? Not in fear, just in curiosity. When you're young, you think life is endless. You waste time. You delay joy. You postpone love. You assume there will always be more. More time. More chances. More tomorrows. But one day, you realize there are more yesterdays than tomorrows. And that realization changes everything. I stopped waiting for special occasions. I started using my good dishes. I started sitting outside longer. I started saying what I felt instead of what was polite, because I learned something important. Life doesn't reward waiting. It rewards living. I remember the last time I saw my sister Eleanor. She was lying in a hospital bed. She looked small, smaller than I had ever seen her. She grabbed my hand and said, "Clara, it went so fast." Those were her last words to me. It went so fast. She was right. It does. Even 102 years feels fast. You blink and your parents are gone. You blink and your children are grown. You blink and your face in the mirror becomes someone you don't recognize. I used to avoid mirrors. They felt like strangers. But now I look at my reflection with kindness. This face earned its years. Every wrinkle is proof I survived something. Grief, loss, fear, love. Love especially. People think the hardest part of aging is your body failing. It isn't. It's watching the world move on without you. It's realizing you've become a memory while you're still alive. Young people don't look at you the same. They don't see your story. They see your age. They don't know you were once beautiful. They don't know you were once strong. They don't know you were once everything they are now. But I know, and that's enough. There was a time I was afraid of dying. Not anymore. What I was really afraid of was not living fully before I died. That's a different fear. And it's far more dangerous, because it can trap you in a life half-lived. I see young people now, always rushing, always distracted, always somewhere else. They don't realize this moment. This ordinary, boring, quiet moment is their life. Not someday, not later. Now, this is it. I remember one simple Tuesday in 1958. Nothing special happened. Thomas came home from work. We ate dinner. We laughed about something silly. We went to sleep. That's all. But now, that ordinary Tuesday is priceless. I would give anything to live it again. Not because it was perfect, but because it was ours. You never know which day will become the day you miss forever. That's why you must stop treating your life like a rehearsal. There is no rehearsal. This is the performance. This is the only one you get. One night, when I was 97, I woke up at 2 in the morning. The house was completely silent. I sat up in bed and listened. No cars, no voices, no footsteps, just silence. And in that silence, I realized something that brought me peace. I had survived everyone, not because I was stronger, not because I was special, but because it was simply my turn to stay. And one day, it will be my turn to go. And that's okay, because I lived. I loved. I stayed. That's all any of us can hope for. If I could tell you one thing, just one thing, it would be this. Do not wait. Do not wait to call someone. Do not wait to forgive someone. Do not wait to love someone. And do not wait to live your life. Because one day, you will pour 2 cups of tea and realize one of them is only a memory.